here we are at Evanescent Design Storage Unit. This is like the archives in here. There's 30 years of artwork in here. And this is day one of this project. This is going to take months. Oh, there's a beautiful painting that Evan did at Borobudur. He's pointing out, wow, a Garuda from Bali? You just glance a little bit and there's art everywhere,
It's interesting you mention that. The Garuda energy and the fact, when I started doing sarongs, I felt I was like bringing back Garuda's feathers from my travels around the world.
Oh, thank you.
And it was like each sarong was a feather. And I was selling like, the first year I sold over 1,000 sarongs. In 95, it was unreal. Later, I started designing my sarongs and making my sarongs and living in Bali while doing that.
That scrapbook of photos. So
yeah, you'll get to that.
Yeah, so we're going to ornament these videos with so many beautiful still photographs. Yeah, as a documentarian, this is like a treasure trove.
Yeah.
I have more video of you than anybody. They're going back, to 2000. So.
Right.
Yeah. Wow, look at that painting. Yeah. Oh,
okay. This is called, let me out of the way so you can at least see it sideways maybe a little bit.
Okay.
Better, but this is called Witnesses to a Drop in the Water.
Wow.
In the bottom section on the right-hand side is the human character.
Okay.
Could be a me. And then there's other living things in it.
And look, all these paintings.
It's all living.
Wow. What a treasure trove. So your life now is you spend the winters in Thailand and California in the summer?
The last 2 years I've been able to get back to Thailand.
Okay.
And I'm still open to traveling and stuff like that. And I really enjoy Thailand. I'm exploring other places. The world's changed a lot. I'm seeing what is now. I mean, this last time I went to Vietnam, Da Nang, I was there for almost a month, and it was totally a different city than 24 years ago when I was there last. So the world's changing fast. Asia particularly.
This is a famous van.
Yeah.
Okay. How many thousand miles on the engine at this point?
330,000 plus, actually.
And he's looked at all kinds of new vans, but he just loves this one.
I'm open to finding another one. I gotta do that. I know that, but I do like it.
Okay.
It has 16 windows on it.
Wow.
It's really, there's a lot of light, and I see leaves from all different directions when I park. It's very pleasant to look out from the van. It's nicer from the inside looking out than it is from the outside looking in.
It's quite attractive to me. Nice blue stripes and
Pretty old.
Pretty old. Well, I'm pretty old. You're pretty old.
This escaped the fire at Harbin.
Oh, yeah, just barely. Huh?
Barely. Actually, this has been painted over, but this all melted out.
Whoa.
This was all, you can still, anyway, all the paint flaked off or melted off.
Wow, from the fire, man.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. That's going to be a whole episode, the Harbin fire.
Oh, man.
We were both there.
I
almost got my pants on fire.
I got a picture of you after, yeah. That was a bad fire.
Wow. Creating the 30-year history of evanescent design. 20 gigabytes of hard drive. Another workstation over here. Look at this treasure trove of photos. Oh, 20 albums. What a magnificent sight, too. The biographer. Oh, I hear music.
Hey, man.
Hey.
Hey, Mur.
Hey, Evanji.
How you doing?
Feeling good. We had that great photo shoot on the lake this morning.
Far out.
Featuring pelicans.
So I actually have some of my evanescent designs are hidden back here. So that I can, if I set up in this is like 2025, I can set up in a little farmer's market or something.
Wow.
It's cool. This is like my
Uh-huh.
my Jackery
Uh-huh.
solar panels there and everything.
Yeah.
And bedding. It's getting cold, so I've
Yeah.
got lots of blankets and everything. And
I remember vendoring with you in Middletown, and you had those cool solar lights. Even if it got dark, we just kept on
yeah, that's
keeping
really,
on, huh?
At the nude stock, I did nude stock this year
Okay.
at Laguna del Sol. I was the only person with solar lights, so I was the only person with lights at night, which
It almost sounds like you've been doing this for a while.
I've been doing it a long time.
When did you first go to Bali, and how was it for you?
I first got there in '91.
Okay.
Most places did not have electricity
Mm-hmm.
at that point in time. They were kerosene lanterns and stuff, and it affected the lighting and color. And my artwork often showed that with greens and reds and yellows, and no blues and purple.
When I went there too, Ubud had no electricity.
Yeah.
But what they did they have billions of fireflies.
Right.
At night, clouds and clouds of gorgeous
Could have been
fireflies.
seasonal. I did see some fireflies, but not that many. I mean,
And then I've been back, I can't remember how many times. And
in a sense, there's an undercurrent. If you see the theater, the monsters, the witches, and everything,
yeah,
they're white. They have a history with the Dutch that's really ugly.
it is.
In
yes.
fact, the entire upper caste was killed
Yes.
by the Dutch in 1898 with Gatling guns.
Tell it like it is.
And it was
Yeah,
like,
with the
and
Gatling gun. Yeah.
It just basically, they knew it was a last stand, and they poetically got their best attire, and they went on the battlefield
I know
with
this
swords
attire well.
and costume,
Yeah.
and were gunned by the Dutch military, which
yeah.
had set up the whole story from the start because they wanted Bali.
Well, let's talk about the beauty of the nature of Bali.
Well,
The volcanoes,
the
the
nature of Bali is colorful,
waterfalls.
tropical, excellently beautiful.
Mm,
You know, there's flora, and also add to that how people have lived with nature and made beautiful rice terraced fields and really wonderful lives. People live integrated in nature. You'd have your banjar.
okay.
So everyone,
Let's talk about Banjar.
And
That's such a
Banjar-
beautiful concept.
yeah, the banjar is your neighborhood.
There we go.
And it's basically, there's a neighborhood association. Everyone has responsibilities. You know, there's times to open the water gates so the rice fields can get watered, and there's time, you know, and there's responsibilities, keeping the place clean and everything, sweeping, and temple activities and everything. And people participate, like they have gamelan club. They have all different clubs which are part of the banjar, and everybody's involved with the banjar.
There, like I watched an acre of rice be harvested overlooking my guest house
Yeah.
in Ubud. They didn't use any machinery. There was no sound. They cut
Right.
the rice all silently. They sifted the rice. There was kind of a simple-minded person. His job was to take a flag and go through the fields of rice to scare away the birds. He had an honorable position,
Yeah.
respected position, something that he liked. And the Banjar, everyone is pre-included. There's no such thing as abuse or shunned from the organic family. And if I understand right, a Balinese child does not touch the ground for the first year of his life. Have you heard that?
No, I haven't heard that.
Well, okay, you better watch this video then. Evan Sandler and the Earthman, 30 years of our history. We've got all these dozens and dozens of photo albums out. We're going through them, photo scanning them.
We got a whole box of them over here, a big box filled. But
We're going to try to do most of the foundation now of the documentary. It can be 2-3 hours, and we're into it. We've been friends for 25 years. We worked together at Harbin, vending, for 8 years, and we're hungry. Wow, Lake Merritt, Oakland, rocking by night. Evan and I have been video editing and going through albums all day long. we needed to get out of here and come to the oasis where we're getting Palestinian food. All right, mashallah. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. All right. There you go. And what are we ordering tonight?
Lamb chop plate.
Oh, and why are we ordering it? Because we had it 2 nights ago?
Yeah, 2 nights ago.
And it's the best lamb we ever had.
Pretty much.
Mashallah. This is what we got. Oh, these 5 lamb chops. And this, my partner over there.
I started batiking in '95, working in a batik factory. I started my first activities in 1995. And they were making my designs.
Okay,
So,
there
like,
we go.
So like there were 2, let's say the first batik factory I worked in,
Yeah.
which I worked in for a number of years. It's like I had already designed stamps.
Okay.
And I was working with the chemist. So we were developing and experimenting with colors. You know, going around, seeing how they're doing, what colors are being worked, and working on compositions. 'Cause, you just where you lay out the stamps and everything. I was being very creative all the time, and it was such an honor and thrill. There's a couple photos of the. It's like a field covered with my designs.
Okay.
A whole field.
Wow.
And I'm like going, that's beautiful. They've got that batik going, that design, and they've got a dragonfly one, a goddess design, is all, and a California landscape with the relationship of fog and earth, which was related to one of the paintings that I did a few years previously. So I was bringing out my both recomposing some of my paintings previously done in oil or acrylic as batik.
Point her out.
There she is right there.
Your mother?
Yeah, Joyce Sandler, who her maiden name before marrying my father was Bear. Oh. So one of my massage courses at Harbin, I'm Evan Sandbear, which combines both the names together.
Look at that cute, mischievous smile.
Yeah,
Did you mention bear?
Yeah. Different teams carving literally magnificent sculptural environments that, like, let's say Donatello, Michelangelo, when they were sculpting for cathedrals in Italy, they were able to work in their studio and then cart it with a donkey and cart and bring it over to the church. This is all one piece of rock that they go into and make everything precise the first time. It's incredible. I stayed for a while and I would sit in temples and meditate in there and really dug it. Really, and the monkeys were hilarious also as they were also hanging out there. But yeah, I was.
So you noticed how the women wrap themselves in garments?
I saw in ancient India that was amazing, and you know, I was back in '95. It's like there wasn't even. There was like one guard in the very beginning area, but you walked around and you could just sit in the temples and you could stay. People were camping out. The clothing of long, long ago.
Okay.
And the way that people wrap things. And I was already thinking about sarongs and making sarongs for Harbin. And just making sarongs. And I thought, I was learning how the Indian ancient times was wrapping both for men and for women, and I was very impressed with their styles, and I drew pictures of that, and later would try to recreate that with folding and tying on people at Harbin. I had a ready group of people ready to play with the silk, and it was really a fun, incredible. As a teacher, I learned how to work with groups.
There we
and
go.
How to work with people as they are, different learning abilities, lift different abilities, find out what the best abilities of somebody is, and the language that they can speak. Some people are more auditory, some are more visual,
sensitive,
you know,
to that.
and some are more. So I'm working with people both in Bali and in India later. It was really fun to interact and co-create with people that they had their crafts and their skills, and I had my crafts and my skills, and they were willing. You know, I funded the game, but they, you know, they were willing to say, yeah, I'll work your project. So I had, you know, big companies that were batik companies that would work my project, and I could work in their studio, and that was wicked cool. I loved it. I loved it. And then in
Can
India,
you say wicked cool one more?
wicked cool? Wicked cool.
Like your beard, you mean?
My beard's very ordinary, standard.
If you're a dragon.
Yeah, yeah. If you're a dragon, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, working with groups to co-create art.
So in 1998, I was challenged. I had already lost the batik factory I'd been working for 3 years because of the age, which I'm writing. See, I'm writing my journal thing, my list, and I'm in that section right now. But basically, in 1997-8 was the Asian meltdown, radical devaluation of the rupiah, the Indonesian rupiah, and it was such a devastation for everyone there. It actually was so disruptive. It was getting worse and worse every month. It would be the government would try to fix things, and things would get worse. The International Monetary IMF fund, you know, was making dictates to Indonesia.
So you ended up losing your factory because of the economic environment. Okay.
I basically gave the man a lot of money when I arrived.
Okay.
And he meant well, but he didn't buy all the fabric right away because he didn't want to sit on it right away.
Okay.
And he owed people money, so he was keeping his world. But then all of a sudden there was no fabric around, and he started using the wrong fabric. Fabric that he had previously taught me was lame fabric. And I went, hey dude, you taught me this isn't good fabric, and now I know, and you're giving me that fabric. And he says, well, you know, and you know, so anyway, he gave me my money back, but it was devalued by 7 times.
Oh dear.
And that was the reality of the time. And then in February of that year, 70% of all the fabric manufacturers went bankrupt.
Wow.
Indonesia was going bankrupt.
Wow.
There was a day where you could buy a Honda motorcycle for $100. The next day it was $300. You know, but the dollar was so strong. But I had already used my money when I arrived, and it was devalued. So that was a shock. I went to I saw lots of Balinese art, and it was very inspiring, and I was very pleased to be in such a creative environment. It was very beautiful, and I love the tropics. And when I was there, I found there were lots and lots of craftspeople, and not that many artists, not that many people trying to say something new or say something personal or anything. Mostly they're looking for, like, you know, and let's say with sarongs and with fabric, they were producing fabric. They were looking for people to work to employ them. They had the skills. They knew how to batik. They knew how, and they had special techniques for commercial batik. And I learned what their techniques were. I tried to everything from, I made batik stamps out of copper. When I say I made, I talked with the batik stamp makers to understand what the principles were and how my drawings could be modified to work with their techniques and materials. So I changed my styles of drawing to work with the tools and materials that we were going to be using, which was bending copper and creating copper irons that would then go into the wax and then go onto the fabric, then go back into the wax, go back, and I say hot wax, and then back into the fabric where the wax melts off onto the fabric, then back into the, and I say the wax, there'll be a wok with a fire underneath, and the wax is wet and hot. And then it goes onto the fabric, and as it gets onto the fabric, it hardens and becomes it's wax, and which will later be melted out after we dye the fabric. And then there's just simple batik, which is just like, let's say on white or one colored fabric, and then just do it. And commercial batik often is just that simple. You just wet wax onto fabric, wet wax onto fabric, wet wax onto fabric. Then you dye the fabric, and wherever. Then when you melt it all out by putting it in a big hot boiling vat, all the wax will melt down to the bottom, and whatever was with the wax had the wax on it will be the image that you were planning with the whatever was behind it, which could either be the white of the fabric or the colors or patterns of the fabric. Then I can do a double batik or even a triple batik, where you batik and then you do colors, then you can put another batik on top, and then you do color on that and stuff. That's and I did a lot of that, and to create, and then I would try to get more effects with color by layering color, and
you could delegate some of this to.
No, they did almost. That's the point.
Okay.
I'm walking around the studio all day long. There's like 70 people working in this factory.
Wow.
I know, and then, they got people just cutting fabric. We got people that are doing one. There's all different things to do. And I'm working with a chemist to develop colors and color combinations, and I've got a list of color combinations that we're trying to get, which I've already colored with barrel Prismacolor colored pencils, and I've made colored marks and stuff, and said we're going to try to make, this is one chemistry we're going to do, this is another chemistry, and I might have like 50 different color combinations. Really, it was very, very special. And then, there might be 20 of this, 10, and then it's like, which motifs will I use with those colors and stuff? So I'd love to, it's a very complex pattern.
That.
Now, they did all the labor.
Oh.
Okay, I'm walking around, I'm a brain.
You're a visionary artist.
I'm walking around, seeing what everyone's doing, and I'm trying to, and I'm seeing, and while this is going on, there might be 2 people that are doing hand batiks, where I would do the original hand batik, which would be it's like a pen, but it's got it's a batik pen, which basically drips out hot wax and makes a line. And once you've got all those lines, they're kind of like barriers or walls where the color can't go past that. And then you can individually color the panel, the areas and stuff, like a coloring book in a way. And that was another technique that they were very good at already in Bali. And basically I observed their craft and I would learn it. I would have to say rudimentary to a large degree. They were the craftspeople.